Hello everyone, how are you? Hope you are being aware of your surroundings and paying attention to the people that are around you. So, if today is your birthday, happy birthday. If you're born in February and your birthday is already gone, happy belated birthday. And for those who further on in the month will be having a birthday, happy birthday when it comes. At the end of the day, once you're born in February, the whole of February belongs to you. So do enjoy it and be grateful that we are still here. Have a beautiful and awesome month. So, despite the evilness and cover up and corruption in high places surrounding the Melissa Silvera's murder case, which her husband Jolyan Silvera is in custody for, we have to really take a look at the little ones that are most affected for the rest of their natural life by this case. Because all the Confederates who helped to cover up this murder case never stop to think what will happen to Melissa's babies and how all this is going to affect them. Can you imagine down the line when they hear that all these people who were supposed to be friends of mommy and daddy really and truly never tried to make sure that mommy get justice, but instead was there covering up for the person that hurt mommy? It's not a good look. And I know as a mother, she can't be resting in peace because they are only so young. When I think about her kids and how young they are, my eyes are filled with water. Because I too am a mother, and as a mother, I remember when I did a life and death surgery, and the only thing I could think of was my children. The only thing that gave me that urge to fight was my children. So I understand the connection between a mother and her children. It's still death, you know? Because when you think about it, there's absolutely no one that can love your kids like their own mother. And this grieves my heart. So now it is said the judiciary is to decide in whose custody the children of Melissa Silvera and murder accused Jolyan Silvera will be placed. Because as the high public interest into the murder cover-ups and corruption involved in this case continues to be high on the agenda and a hot topic in the social media space, the welfare of the kids is most relevant at this point. The matter is being mentioned in the Kingston and St. Andrew Family Court, as the court is seeking to have the children settle in the best environment in the quickest possible time. The Silveras had 4 children, all boys, during their union, when tragedy struck at their family home when one of the boys was at home with his father Jolyan Silvera, who claimed after taking his eye off Justin when he went back to look for him, he had drowned in the pool on August 29, 2017. In the meantime, there was allegation that report was not true and something else otherwise that happened. Justin Silvera was only 2 years old at the time. So now the court is trying to make a decision who will care and become responsible for their 9-year-old twin boys, Adam and Aiden, and their youngest child, 4-year-old Axel. Now, based on allegations out there, by an ex-member of the police force, the Silvera family is rocked with incidents like this, where it's alleged that incidents of this nature, with husband killing wife and children drowning in pool, is normal to the Silvera family. And with this recent incident, it further tarnishes the Silvera's family name and put them in a bad light. So, if I was to advise in the best interest of the children, do not put them with no one in the Silvera's family, because even Jolyan Silvera's mother is alleged she have been an abused wife. So you can see where it's a part of him. It's in his DNA. And for a different history to be set for the children, give the children to someone in Melissa Silvera family. She have many family living overseas, and all her assets and money put in personal trust for her children. Did the investigators check if Melissa Silvera had any life insurance coverage that coming through to Jolyan Silvera? Because while they are there helping Jolyan Silvera, putting this narrative out there that she died peacefully in her sleep, which took at least 6 weeks before there was an autopsy report, he could have in the meantime been collecting life insurance money. And Melissa was a very organized person. She would have had life insurance to cover her family. Now, as for her 3 children she left behind, they should be given to Melissa's family, especially the ones overseas, because in so doing it would keep them away from the stigma in schools in Jamaica, because everybody would know about the case, because the children are smart. They would hear their parents talking, they would see it on social media, so it would be a way of getting them away from the immediate surrounding pertaining to the case, and away from the whole environment of the murder and the hypocrites that are involved in the cover-up. Now, in the meantime, I've been hearing that detective assigned to the Major Investigation Division MID were seeking the public's assistance in locating a person of interest who they believe can assist them with the investigation into the murder of Melissa Silvera. Say what? She is Sashana Miller of a corporate area address. She was asked publicly to turn herself into the MID office at 230 Spanish Town Road, Kingston 11, or the Criminal Investigative Branch head office. Now, her lawyer Valerie Nita Roberts, KC, in a media relief, accused this constabulary force of engaging in a defamatory portrayal of her client, with them releasing her identity to the media, and she is not a person of interest and was not a person of interest confirmed by the police earlier in the week. So why all of a sudden now she's a person of interest? And that the police is also aware that she is legally represented, so they could have indeed contacted her lawyer instead, because of course her lawyer is publicly known, Valerie Nita Roberts, and her lawyers insisted, why are they putting her name out there in social media that she is a person of interest? However, check this out. It is alleged that this Sashana Miller is the helper of the Silveras and of course worked at the residence. And we, the public and bloggers, would like to find out, what is this? Are they going to really try to throw the helper under the bus for this crime? I'm telling you, the audacity of these people calling her out as a person of interest so quickly and all over the place. All know the obvious criminals that is a part of the cover-up is yet to be called out publicly as persons of interest, even when evidence depicts it. Remember, even with all the evidence that was pointing to Jolyan Silvera, he still was never a person of interest until man renovate murder scene, go all funeral, go put down crocodile tears like him think of some people ball. And he was never a person of interest. Even up to his moment of arrest, he was never a person of interest. So from me hear this name brawling on social media as a person of interest, I was very skeptical. I thought to myself, better them getting a regular person and putting their name out there. Me can't understand why uno wicked so and evil so. Out of the whole bunch of people that can buy bed, buy fridge, buy construction material, change barrel of Jolyan Silvera gun to fool detective, people who turn up to mess with the coroner to get a different autopsy result so it could result in getting the body cremated, doctor who pronounced Melissa Silvera's death and sign off on her dying peacefully in her sleep, the cleanup crew who were obviously his associates, his own family involvement, and still no, not one of them is publicly named as a person of interest. But is the helper you lot are posting to help with your distraction tactics? So you put the lady name out there as a person of interest. What is going about the pending arrest of others involved? Why aren't their names officially out there on social media as a person of interest, wanted and investigated by the police? Even if they are interrogated already, we would at least expect the public to know that publicly that they are persons of interest. But no, we don't have strength for the little helper. Or just maybe you guys giving them time to fly out of Jamaica. Or maybe draw it out until after the election. Because you see, everything is political and not about human empathy. What about in the name of justice? The thing is, if you lot were quick to call out everyone who is involved as a person of interest and name them over the media, this would not be a problem. Because if the helper is involved, it's not a problem for her name to be out there as a person of interest. But why go after the weakest link and put out her name out there when we have bigger fish that is a part of the whole scheme as well? And don't tell me she could not be found, because everybody in the Silvera's household was questioned and them associates, and she had an attorney, a very popular attorney. All you had to do is contact her attorney. Then her lawyer would advise her that you guys need to question her again if that is the case. I see this as a planned distraction from all those people that are a part of the cover up. Just know we the people will not be distracted by one, as we want all who were involved. There is also allegation out there that Jolyan Silvera wanted Melissa's family land because now that her mother has passed on, everything would belong to Melissa. And since he had not been successful at whatever development he has done, and she not sure where her head is in the relationship, she was not letting him have it. Hell no, she ain't. She was not letting him have it. Hell no, she ain't let him get a hold of her property. I tell you, a lot of these people we see in positions in our society, they will do anything to keep up appearances. They are worse than the regular people in their doings, and they always want to look the part, like everything is great. They live in this illusion that because of their status in society, everything must always be perfect and will do anything to make it seem that way. But let me tell you something, sometimes things good and money around and things sweet, and sometimes one wrong move and you will be broke. You just have to plan for eventualities and balance yourself. So personally, my hope is for Melissa Silvera's children to go with her own family, and definitely not with Jolyan's family. And we the people do not want to hear or just grab a one person because she's on the lower level in society to throw underneath the bus. In this case, we want to hear all of them people that was involved, what was at the house, that there is no way in heaven and earth they could have been on the scene and not know that Melissa was murdered. Trust and believe. There's no way. You see, those people, no matter how them want to characterize it and use words of play and say accordingly to the tranquility of the tranquility, the fact still remain. They were on the scene where they could have seen what was going on and use them common sense and them know it all and know that something is off. But yet they all sat there with the whole world thinking that Melissa died peacefully in her sleep, when they darn well know that was not the case. So the next thing we need to see coming from investigators is a list put out for everyone to see. Yes, put out there like I want to put out the young lady name. We want to see a list of all the persons of interest involved in the case, because there are many of them. We don't care whether it's side chick or full chick or whatever. We want everybody name equally to be out there, because nobody no more than nobody. And trust and believe, we will not be distracted from the case. We need justice for Melissa Silvera, and we need those boys to know when they get older that the people of Jamaica and in the diaspora stood out, stand up and made their voices heard in getting justice for their mommy. Anyway guys, please remember to like, comment and subscribe to my platform, please. Love you all. Bye for now.